Cameos are Mortal Kombat 1, and I feel like a lot of you refuse to accept that. This is the type of game that you truly have to get your hands on and witness in person. So let's talk about the cameos, okay? They went ahead and came up with the idea of cameos to create a whole new meta of gameplay. Think of cameos being a specific variation like it was in MKX. Cameos will shape your overall gameplay. So for example, let's take a look at Liu Kang in the Sonya cameo. Sonya will allow Liu Kang to combo in different routes that is just simply not possible without her. So Sonya will help combo extensions, especially in the air, and this will allow Liu Kang to get crazy damage, especially in the corner. So if you're the type of player that just wants crazy combo routes, then Sonya is your type of cameo. Not to mention that Liu Kang is a jack of all trades. This character's zoning is honestly a little OP at the moment. He has a projectile for everything. He can cover the screen entirely. And on top of that, he has an answer to your counterplay at all times. So this is where the cameos shine, because this is where you will get layers on layers of possibilities. So Liu Kang can play extremely lame and then go in for pressure when he wants. Now with Kano, this makes Liu Kang a rush down monster. Kano Ball is honestly very OP at the moment. So with Kano Ball, you can hold him in place. It is 0 on block and it hits mid. So a character like Liu Kang, who is already a force in the corner, this character will literally put you in jail, and honestly, there's not much you can do about it. You just have to hold those plus frames into plus frames, that unsafe mix, which he can now make safe, into more pressure, into more plus strings, into more staggers, and you just have to wait and see if you can find a way out. So cameos are going to change the way you play the game. And it's that simple. And at the same time, man, cameos are very easy to use. I honestly thought they were going to be a little difficult, but bro, trust me, they are so like straightforward, and it's clear as day that the design with the cameos was 100% to go hand in hand with the combat. It does not feel random, it's just fitting, bro. I that's the best way I can explain it. So when I break it down like that, especially with the Kano one, and I didn't even mention Jax, bro, but Jax already has an unblockable touch of death combo in the corner with Liu Kang. So if Jax is already doing unblockable stuff, oh my god, man. Like, who knows what the full cameo roster is going to carry? So you gotta ask the question, do I think cameos are balanced? Like, will they break MK1? The fact that I can mix unsafely and maintain safety into plus string combos, and then on top of that, restart the whole process, and there's nothing you can do about it because cameo meter does regenerate, that is fucking cheap. So when I think about past NRS games, I for sure can see shades of MKX happening all over again. Armored 50-50s, safe 50-50s, and a lot of nonsense that might piss a lot of people off. So I'm not going to sit here and say that the game is broken already. I could just see the potential with this game already, and I really do think that this game is going to be a party game. I think they heard all the cries from MK11. It was too slow, it wasn't fun, there was no combo potential. Characters didn't have a true fleshed out personality. They are allowing for the most creativity that you have ever, let me repeat, that you have ever experienced in an NRS game. I'm telling you right now, this game will be extremely fun. It might be a little busted, I can see it now, but that's okay, because that's exactly what the community asked for. So don't complain now, because this is what you asked for. They delivered, and you just have to get used to it, man. On the topic of Liu Kang, though, Liu Kang is a complete character. Like I said, he has basically everything you could possibly want in a character. Sub-Zero, on the other hand, was fully kitted, man. The best iteration of Sub-Zero we have ever seen free. I'm not going to speak on Kitana and Kenshi because I probably had like a minute of playtime with each. But let's talk about the mechanics, though. Fatal Blow is ass. Straight up, it's as simple as that. It is garbage in this game. The fact that you can recover in time and react to fatal blows now, like randomly, is like, it's just a blessing in disguise. Fatal blows will honestly only be good in combo confirms. If you try to do raw fatal blow randomly, majority of the time, like 99% of the time, it's gonna get blocked and stuff, and you're gonna get punished. And fatal blows are still when you get less than 30%, so they aren't tied to your meter. And meter does not regenerate, but at the same time, man, meter pretty much is like regenerating in this game. It comes back extremely fast. I was talking about this to somebody and I said, I don't ever think that I have to look at my meter. I just always have it. And on that same note, Cameo meter regenerates pretty fast as well. One thing to note about Cameos though is that the meter regeneration does change based on the Cameo assist that you use. And the fact that you now have armor, which are pretty much get off me tools, I find that to be, you know, a positive as well. However, Sub-Zero's armored move is his slide, and this actually launches, so that's a scary thought because Sub-Zero can armor slide and maintain safety as well as get a combo launcher off of this, so he can confirm into a combo from his armored slide, which is exactly what I meant by how this game will have some type of cheap stuff. But other than that, man, the mechanics of this game so far have been spot on. Up block, I didn't have much time with or experience with. I honestly didn't even think about it during the match, but I did punish an opponent doing an up block, and when you grab opponents with up block, you actually get increased damage. So a regular grab does 11%. I was able to get a 23% grab because they went for the up block and I got a punish. So that mind game right there will have layers for sure. And I know the Jax cameo can actually get 35% for a punished up block grab. Flawless block is cool because it does negate chip damage, and at the same time, you can get a full combo punish when used correctly. So characters that have gaps in their combo strings, you can armor through or you can flawless block. But enough of the positives. Let's get into my main critiques of Mortal Kombat 1. First things first, chip damage is insanely OP. The amount of times I was able to chip out my opponent with projectiles was stupid. This game's zoning is already way too strong. Liu, for example, is already one of the best zoners in the game. His low projectile, low profiles, high projectiles. His meter burn projectile will absorb all projectiles, and he has his aerial projectiles. And I truly don't even consider Liu Kang to be a zoner archetype. Like I said before, he is a strike throw character. Zoning seems very strong with chip damage being already OP. That's just a recipe for complaints. It seemed pretty easy to lame out opponents just by zoning, and I know a lot of people just do not like zoning in fighting games. Another complaint I had that I'm for sure will get fixed, but it's when you come out of block stun, there are many times where your character will just be frozen in place. And I'm not talking about no plus strings jailing you. I am simply just saying that active frames on certain moves are just not accurate at all. So if I know for a fact that the opponent threw out something unsafe and I try to punish, I literally could not move. So it got a little frustrating at times because I was like, bro, I literally can't move. Will this change though? I'm certain. So I'm not gonna, you know, be too biased on that picky ass comment, but you know, we'll see over time. So the next thing I want to mention, at first it truly didn't bother me, and the more I played, the more the pacing started to pick up and make a lot of sense. But you probably heard this before already, dashing forward is just awful. There were times where if I got a combo and I tried to dash into Oki, it was just impossible. Forward dashes just have no range whatsoever. And this pissed me off, especially on Fatal Blows, because Fatal Blows have extreme pushback, but they are extremely unsafe. So whenever I try to dash forward, you just couldn't get there in time. So you literally could not punish a Fatal Blow by dashing forward. And in my opinion, bro, that is just dumb. You should be able to dash up in time to get a punish on a Fatal Blow. So that was my only critique about the actual pacing, but overall, man, the pacing of the game, it feels so smooth. I truly don't understand why a lot of people are saying it's sluggish and slow. The walk speed is incredibly good. It feels very, very good. But the issue that I have with that is people are forgetting that aerial combat is back. So my personal take on this is that having great walk speed as well as great aerial combat actually corresponds with each other very well. And I think this will benefit the game's pace overall, because they don't want that fast-paced rush down type game. They want it to be a footsie based game. But if you go airborne, then let's have some fun. You know what I mean? So everything that we have seen already, man, I gotta praise NRS because their delivery for this game is already selling me completely. I think this game will be a lot of fun. I do think the cameos are a little scary at the moment because they could create some insane gameplay, but who knows how it will actually play out when the game finally releases in September. I'm curious to know what your impressions are of Mortal Kombat 1, man. Be sure to let me know below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions you have about MK1 so far, I will be more than happy to answer. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, bro. Take care.